When I first spoke in this chamber, my very first words were, "I'm in Canberra today because I want to make a contribution to the future of Australia." I believe I have made a contribution to the future of this nation, and I would like to begin by thanking the people of my electorate of North Sydney for giving me the honour, the opportunity and the privilege of representing them in this great chamber. And I have prepared a report card to my constituents to let them know what I've done for the last 20 years, and I seek leave to table that and make it available to my entire electorate.
We'll assume leave's granted.
My wife, like all of your wives, husbands, partners, well, my wife was a conscript to politics, I was the volunteer. Yet her counsel has been wise and her loyalty has been fierce. She shares my value and well exceeds my capacities. And I'm so pleased for our children, Xavier, Adelaide and Iggy, that their mother's DNA has been dominant over mine. It's been the greatest advantage for them in life to have a mother that is simply the most impressive person I've ever met. Ladies and gentlemen, if everyday Australians are to be their best, then we, as community leaders, must be even better. That's why the revolving door in Australian politics must be jammed shut. If we don't show enough respect to each other, then how can we hope that the electorate will respect us? Mr Speaker, the Abbott government was good at policy but struggled with politics. When faced with a choice, I would always prefer to do what was right than what was popular. On the economy and job creation, national security, border protection, taxation, climate change, immigration and federal-state relations, I believe we got the policies right. However, I admit that we could have done more to win over third-party endorsements and to win over the Senate. And we could have done more to win over the Australian people. Because we are running deficits and borrowing money, our lifestyle today is being paid for by our children and the generations beyond. I challenge all and sundry to name a speech in the last 20 years that has influenced the national debate in the way that the end of the age of entitlement speech did. You know, I gave it in opposition to a group of just 40 people in London, quite a few Tory MPs. No media were present. Yet the speech had an impact in a number of different countries. What we have to do is live within our means. We need co-payments in health, greater cost recovery in education and universal means testing in welfare, so that we have a sustainable and affordable social safety net for those most vulnerable in the community. Mr Speaker, in this House over 100 years ago, the former Prime Minister George Reid defined our Australian values better than anyone I've ever heard. He said, "There is no country in the world where the people are less paralysed by reverence to the past. There are no people in the world who have fewer fears for the future." We should encourage Australians to be their best, to achieve what they can and to share the rewards as they choose. As a nation, as a parliament, we must continue to be ambitious and bold. So I say to this House, as I say to my own children seated here in this chamber, it is far better to dream mighty things, to seek glorious triumphs even though chequered by failure, than to be amongst those poor souls who neither suffer much nor enjoy much, because they live in the grey twilight that knows neither victory nor defeat.